nobody finishes the thing they started. Almost nobody makes it to the day when the result is charted on the board. They said they were gonna fill when they first began it. Most people show up once and disappear before they understand it. That once means nothing, twice means little. 30 days is the beginning, and a year of daily showing up is where it stops being convincing. It starts being undeniable, starts being the foundation of a reputation that was built, not claimed through proclamation. Show up again, that's the whole philosophy in 3 ways. Show up again when nobody's watching, when it seems absurd. The ones who built the things worth building all have the same code. Show up again and again and again until again becomes who you are. Let me get precise about the math of what showing up produces. A single rep is noise, but 10,000 reps are the uses that compound into capability that wasn't there before. The orchestra of everything I built was just one, no more. Added to the previous note until the symphony existed, and the symphony was built, not composed. It was persisted into existence through the daily showing up, with nothing guaranteed except the showing up itself was always something. Show up again, that's the whole philosophy in 3 ways. Show up again when nobody's watching, when it seems absurd. The ones who built the things worth building all had the same code. Show up again and again and again until again becomes who you are. Nobody films a gym at 4:30 in the morning. Nobody pulls the chicken breast in the early warning of a body screaming for the comfortable decision, and a mind that overrides it with the surgical precision that doesn't look heroic from the inside of the doing. It looks like another unglamorous Tuesday, pursuing the same routine that yesterday produced the same result of nothing visible yet, but something building in the vault. The lonely grind, no cameras, no applause. The lonely grind, no audience, no pause. Everything was happening was built in a room nobody filmed. The lonely grind, not glamorous, but this is where the empire's getting made. consistency doesn't look cool. Marcus Aurelius confirmed this. The emperor wrote a loaded test, not for fame but for the firmness of character that only forms in the unglamorous repetition. The lonely grind is the price of every vision worth the mission. You think getting up at 4:30 with nobody waiting for your effort is a highlight reel moment, or the quiet thing that's better than any external validation ever possibly delivers. The lonely grind is what the empire builder remembers. The lonely grind, no cameras, no applause. The lonely grind, no audience, no pause. Everything worth having was built in a room nobody filmed. The lonely grind, not glamorous, but this is where empires get made. When the gym is empty at 5 in the morning, nobody's sending the fire emojis when the result is still forming. Underground, invisible, silent, and alone in the building. The crowd shows up for the reveal, not the daily and glamorous yielding of comfort and convenience in the service of the vision. And the vision doesn't care about the external decision of whether that today gets applause or gets ignored completely. The work continues either way and continues repeatedly. Nobody's clapping, and I'm not waiting for the sound. Nobody's clapping when the work is underground. Everything that's worth building gets built in the silence first. Nobody's clapping, good. I don't need the sound. The work is the applause. Let me address the psychology at maximum velocity. The external validation was always a false economy where you trade the internal standard, the external measure, and the external measure is the most unreliable treasure. You can build your motivation on because it comes and goes based on other people's attention, which nobody really knows how to predict or sustain or count on for direction. So I drop the external external applause and kept the internal section. Nobody's clapping, and I'm not waiting for the sound. Nobody's clapping when the work is underground. Everything that's worth building gets built in the silence first. Nobody's clapping. Good. I don't need the sound. The work is the applause. No applause needed. Nobody's clapping. The work doesn't need their hands. Nobody's clapping, and I built it anyway. Nobody's clapping, and it's standing today. The silence was the best environment for the real work to happen. Nobody's clapping. I'm fine with that. I always was. Discipline is the code. Discipline doesn't need January 1st on Monday morning. Discipline doesn't check the weather or take stock of the warning signs that the body sends when the routine is uncomfortable. Discipline runs the protocol regardless of the culpable feelings that show up, suggesting that they could be the exception. Discipline closes the negotiation at inception before the lazy version of me gets a seat at the table. The code runs and the code is not seasonal or fable. Discipline is the code. It doesn't wait for motivation. Discipline is the code. It's identity, not inspiration. You don't try to be disciplined. You are disciplined. Discipline is the code. It runs. It runs, whether you feel it or not. The man who waits for motivation to begin the work will wait his entire life for a condition that won't work on a consistent enough schedule to build anything real. Because motivation is the feeling and feeling is the wheel that spins when the wind blows and stops when the wind doesn't. Discipline is the engine, not the wheel, and it doesn't need the wind at all. It starts cold, it runs cold, it produces the same output regardless of what is told. Discipline is the code. It doesn't wait for motivation. Discipline is the code. It's identity, not inspiration. You don't try to be disciplined. You are disciplined. Discipline is the code. It runs. It runs, whether you feel it or not. The code. Here's the truth, most people don't wanna receive. You weren't beaten by the circumstance you chose to leave. You didn't run out of talent, you ran out of patience with the timeline that the work required for the creation of the thing you said you wanted at the starting line. The difference between the ones who made it and the ones who resigned wasn't gift of luck or timing or a better circumstance. It was who was still at the table when everyone else left the dance. You can't lose if you never leave. That's the whole equation. You can't lose if you never leave. That's the only foundation. Everything they built that you admire was built by someone who simply refused to disappear. You can't lose if you never leave. That's it. That's the entire secret. I've watched people with more talent quit at less resistance. I've watched people with no advantage win through persistence. And the math is never as complex as we make it. The formula, the simple, you just have to take it seriously for longer than feels comfortable or reasonable. Because the timeline of the breakthrough is not negotiable. You don't get to choose when the momentum breaks the surface. You just choose whether you're still there when it does. That's the purpose. You can't lose if you never leave. That's the whole equation. You can't lose if you never leave. That's the only foundation. Everything they built that you admire was built by someone who simply refused to disappear. You can't lose if you never leave. That's it. That's the entire secret. If you never leave. If you never leave. Nobody builds an empire in a single session or a single day. Nobody builds anything that lasts in any kind of expedited way. The ones who try to build it fast build something with no roots. The ones who built it slowly build something that produces results that compound beyond the original intention. Because the slow build develops something the fast will never mention, which is infrastructure foundation deep beneath the surface. The brick by brick approach is the only one worth the service. Brick by brick, that's the only architecture that holds. Brick by brick, every boring day a wall unfolds. Not one perfect moment, not one giant leap of initial energy burns through itself like over-hosting a party that runs out of gas before it should have. The crowd that was cheering from the sideline now has found something new to cheer for, and the support dissolved, and now it's just you and the work and the problem to be solved. Or whether you were building for the crowd or for the thing itself, because the answer determines everything about what's left. When the hype dies, the real ones are still working. When the hype dies, the real ones aren't performing. Everything you built for the crowd gets buried with the crowd. When the hype dies, what's left is what was real. What's left is who you are without the noise. Here's the filter that the hype provides when it eventually leaves. Everyone who was there for the hype goes with it when it recedes, and everyone who stays after the hype has cleared the building is building for a reason that was never about the wielding of external attention. It's the primary motivation. The ones who stay when the hype dies, or the ones whose creation was never dependent on the crowd to give it meaning. And those are the ones the world eventually starts believing. When the hype dies, the real ones are still working. When the hype dies, the real ones aren't performing. Everything you built for the crowd gets buried with the crowd. When the Nobody can predict the timing of when the accumulation crosses a threshold and the world says enough has happened here that they can't look away anymore. When the daily bricklaying finally reached the visible flaw that everyone can see from the outside of the building, and suddenly the overnight success narrative is yielding to the truth that it wasn't overnight at all. It was 1,000 unremarkable mornings before the call. The world pays attention now because you never stop. The world pays attention now because you never dropped. Every day you showed up when they weren't watching, built the thing they now can't stop watching. The world pays attention now, not because you chased it, because you stopped caring whether it did. Let me close the whole album at maximum velocity. Everybody wants the body, the money, the recognition, obviously, but almost no one's willing to do what it takes to earn it. Almost no one shows a boring day after boring day to learn it. Almost no one stays when the hype dies and the crowd thins. Almost no one builds in the silence through the slow grind that wins. But the ones who do, the ones who stay, the ones who show the boring, the world eventually notices them and it starts boring. Attention toward the work that was built when nobody was looking. That's not luck, that's the compound interest of every morning. The world pays attention now because you never stop. The world pays attention now because you never dropped. Every day you showed up when they weren't watching, built the thing they now can't stop watching. The world pays attention now, not because you chased it, because you stopped caring whether it did. Pay attention now. The world pays attention now. You built it in the dark, they see it in the light. The world pays attention now, and you remember every morning they weren't watching. The world pays attention now, and you remember every rep nobody applauded. Every early alarm, every boring Tuesday, every season of invisible progress that built the thing they now call amazing. The world pays attention now. You knew it would because you never left, and you can't lose if you never leave. There's a specific moment nobody can predict the timing of, when the accumulation crosses a threshold and the world says enough has happened here that they can't look away anymore. When the daily bricklaying finally reached a visible floor that everyone can see from the outside of the building, and suddenly the overnight success narrative is yielding to the truth that it wasn't generosity. Everybody wants the body, the money, the recognition, obviously, but almost no one's willing to do what it takes to earn it. Almost no one shows up boring day after boring day to learn it. Almost no one stays when the hype dies and the crowd bends. Almost no one builds in the silence through the slow grind that wins. But the ones who do, the ones who stay, the ones who showed up boring, the world eventually notices them and it starts pouring attention toward the work that was built when nobody was looking. That's not luck, that's the compound interest of every morning. The world pays attention now because you never stopped. The world pays attention now because you never dropped. Every day you showed up when they weren't watching, built the thing they now can't stop watching. The world pays attention now, not because you chased it, because you stopped caring whether it did. Pay attention now. The world pays attention now. You built it in the dark, they see it in the light. The world pays attention now, and you remember every morning they weren't watching. The world pays attention now, and you remember every rep nobody applauded, every early alarm, every boring Tuesday, every season of invisible progress that built the thing they now call amazing. The world pays attention now, you knew it would, because you never left, and you can't lose if you never leave. Momentum is a silent monster, you don't see it forming. You're doing the rest, putting in the hours, nothing seems performing at the level of the effort being invested in the doing. And that's when most people quit, stop the young going pursuing, because they're addicted to the result, not the process. They want the output visible, the outcome and progress. But momentum doesn't announce itself, it just accumulates until one day the wall cracks and everything accelerates. Momentum, silent monster building underneath. Momentum, you can't see but you can feel it breathe. Every day you show up is a day the pressure builds. Momentum, silent monster, growing in the dark until it breaks the surface. Let me map the mechanism at full speed for the understanding. Every action that you take is a force that keeps expanding in the direction of the target that you've chosen to pursue. And the expansion is invisible until it's too big to undo. 10 days of showing up produces almost nothing visible. 100 days produces something slightly more divisible. 1,000 days of daily showing up produces